Hello, my valuable friends. Welcome back. I'm Titivik, and today we're going to have a very beautiful, deep, life-changing topic. I want to discuss why I believe that every healthy woman who is beautiful, who is healthy physically and healthy mentally, needs to get married and be a wife and create family and have kids and create legacy. In today's video, we're going to discuss, does woman need to actually get married? Is it important? And why it's important? Or is it better to be alone? Is it better to chase a career or actually chase family? Not chase, but have family. Before we start, let me tell you that I do one-to-one sessions. You can purchase my online courses. I have beautiful feminine website where you can purchase beautiful feminine courses. They talk actually about femininity. They talk about womanhood. They talk about relationships. And as you know, I'm very real. I don't pretend. I want to tell you and teach you things that are actually going to help you and benefit your life. And of course, you can purchase my book, luxury products that I sell, or donate. All links are below. So in this video, I'm going to talk about only healthy men, healthy women, only about very traditional, about very, confident people who actually are healthy mentally, healthy physically, healthy in the spiritual ways, who are completely healthy, who is the, like a top class. By the way, I don't mean like very wealthy. You can have a simple job, but you're healthy physically, healthy mentally, and you're ready to love. So you qualify for marriage. Especially if you're a woman. If you're a man, of course, you need to get your money up, and then you also qualify for marriage. So number one, what I want to discuss in here is that you have to understand if you qualify for marriage. You see, everything that I just mentioned in the first introduction, talking about this, it's actually under number one. I was preparing you to number one with a very soft language, but that is number one. To actually understand if you need to get married, do you want to get married, and why you should get married, is actually understand, do I qualify for marriage? Am I physically healthy? Am I mentally healthy? I had a woman who contacted me that was dating a very rich man who had multiple cars, multiple houses, but was mentally ill. He would be in a good mood and then he will close the curtains. And then he will go downstairs and do drugs to feel better. She was shocked when she saw that. She's like, I didn't know you are this. And she was shocked. How is he so successful? I said, you have to understand, mentally sick people are a little, how can I say, their mind is like a twisted. So they can be very logical, they can get the money, and then they go to the drain. And then they wake up, everything is good, they speak with every jealous neighbors in a nice way, and then they can, kill you. And that's what serial killers do. They can have a normal family in the side and then kill in the night. Mentally ill people are very dangerous. So my question to you is, if you want to get married, if you're a woman or man, doesn't matter. Are you mentally and physically healthy? That's number one. Am I fit for marriage? Am I fit for marriage? Do I have my heart open? Am I able to love? Do I choose to love? Do I want to love? Do I want to give? Do I want to take care? Family is not a joke. I'm preparing you to marriage. And I think soon when I will get married, I'll be able to talk more about marriage life. But before that, I want to just prepare. So I'm preparing myself, I'm preparing you, so we're doing this journey. But of course, I don't know how it is to be married. It's different when you're in long-term relationship than you're married. So I'm more than happy for you to take it slowly. You don't need to do everything in one time, because no one from us is doing that. Only when we are married for 10 years, then we can, talk about it more. But I'm very cautious how I choose my topics. In today's topic, I'm not telling you how to be married. I don't know. I'm not married yet. But I'm talking about, do we need to get married as healthy, traditional, beautiful women who are healthy mentally and physically? Do we need marriage? And why do we need marriage? And why marriage is so, so important for a woman? It's even more important than for a man. And why woman is designed for marriage, why she is created for marriage. So now we established that number one is, are you fit for marriage? Are you healthy? Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, are you healthy and you're fit for marriage? In this video, we're talking only about healthy people. One more time, I'm just reminding before we move on. Now, the second point what I want to discuss is that actually a woman is designed for marriage. There is nowhere that I can see in any scripture, in any ancient books, in any stories, in any history of the humanity that woman is created for fun. Woman is created to chase a career. I don't see those kind of things. Where do you see them? Woman is designed for marriage. Okay, let's go back to the origins. Let's look at Adam and Eve. When Eve appeared, did we hear conversation that you're going to help me to build with me, something like this, something about building, something about construction? Did we hear that? No. Did we hear about you being a slave, cleaning and cooking, something like this, slaving and serving me like a slave? No, we didn't hear that. Did we hear that you need to get your education and you need to build your career and you need to become a businesswoman and then come with me with the achievements and your new car? We didn't hear that. That was not told to Eve. All we see that she appeared, a man fell in love with her, made love to her, and they have kids. So Eve was the first wife. Now, if you don't believe in the creation of Eve and Adam and Eve, I'm using it as an example of a story. If you don't believe in certain things, it doesn't mean that it's not happening. You can say, I don't believe that there is light in this room, but there is light in this room. You can say that it's darkness. You can say this dress is green, but it's actually red. It means that you are colorblind. You know, colorblind people, they confuse red with the green. But it doesn't change the fact that this dress is still red. Dark red, wine red, whichever red you want to call it, still red. So let me go back. So woman is created for marriage. That's the only thing woman is created for. She is created to give birth. Now, not every woman is, designed to give birth. If they're not healthy, if they cannot have kids, if they don't want to have kids, then we're not touching these women. We're talking about traditional women who wake up and think, oh my God, I can't wait to get married. We're talking about these women. And if you're having these thoughts, congratulations, you are normal. You are more than normal. It means you are following your design. You deserve to be married. I want you to tell to yourself, I allow myself to get married. Despite what happened with my parents, despite of there may be failed marriages, maybe I did not have fair parents, maybe they left me, maybe I grew up on my own, maybe my grandmother raised me, maybe I never saw parents, maybe I don't even know who my parents are. Despite all the conditioning, despite all limiting beliefs, despite all the pain you went through, I want you to tell to yourself, I am worthy to get married. I allow myself to get married. I give myself full permission for this beautiful, gorgeous girl to get married. I let myself to meet the man that is my dream man, my soul man, and I will get married with him. I allow myself marriage. I'm worthy of a marriage life because I'm a wife. I'm created to be a wife. I'm so open now. I'm opening my heart towards marriage. So this, what we did, this affirmation, this confirmation, this ritual of us allowing ourselves to be married, this is our second point, understanding that this is our design. We're not asking for something that is not ours. If you're a woman, if you're traditional, you're healthy, everything is good with you, you deserve to be married. You don't need to ask permission from anyone else. You don't need to copy your mom's destiny that she's alone and chasing and being in her masculine. It's okay. You're allowed to be married. You're allowed to be happy. You're allowed to be loved. You're allowed to have many kids. You're allowed to be in a beautiful house. I allow you. I allow myself. I allow every woman in the world. We are allowed. Oh my God, we're allowed. We're women. We're allowed to get married. Now, number 3, what I want you to understand is it's very important for you to get married because this is the only way how you can actually fulfill your gender role. You know, women and men, we have different gender roles. And that's why I always say there is no point to compete. What's the point to compete? I don't want to compete. I want to wear my bows. I want to wear my satin dresses. I want to wear my earrings. And I want to have long hair and long nails and long eyelashes. I don't want to compete with men. I'm not looking to be a man. I don't want anything to do with masculine energy that they're doing. I want to be a woman. My gender role, I love it. For us women, why it's important to actually get married, because that's the institution, family's institution, where I as a woman am allowed to show and embrace my gender role as a woman. It means I'm allowed to be nurturing, I'm allowed to be soft, I'm allowed to rest and sleep so I can cuddle with my kids, I'm allowed to cook, I'm allowed to clean if that's what I want. I'm allowed to move things around, I'm allowed to decorate, I'm allowed to rest, recharge, I'm allowed to for my men to make love to me. I'm allowed. If I don't get married, I cannot fulfill my gender role 100% because it's impossible. You as a woman are not full without a man, and I will explain. And man is not full without the woman, because there is a reason why we are created two different gender roles. Now, of course, a lot of people say, get your degree, do the things that you like. I absolutely agree. If you want to do the degree, you can do it, but it's not necessary for a marriage. I know a lot of girls, especially in my culture, doesn't matter where from you are, but all normal, like a traditional cultures, they're not emphasizing for a woman to obligatory, you have to have your degree. No, that's not an obligation. Of course, know simple things, finish your school, read your books, be educated, be well read, but you don't have to have master's degree. I have multiple degrees. Did it help me to get married? Obviously didn't. So I'm just telling you, don't waste time to get your master's degree and then 2 PhDs and then I will get married. I was actually going to get my PhD and then I stopped. I was like, it's not actually going to help me to get married. Because when you become so smart that no one understands you, it's like, okay, now I'm above the world. I'm like a little angel floating. So I'm like, oh, no, ground. I really still want to get married. So relax. You don't need 2 PhDs. You're good. So you don't need education. If you think about it, be educated, self-educated is better, than having education sitting there on a class while at that moment you can be already married. And what actually makes you believe that when you are married, you can't study? This is another limiting belief women have, that if I get married, he will not allow me. Every man that I know who is a very successful businessman, they pay for their women to go to school. Culinary school, art school, design school. They go to the universities, they finish, evening schools. They learn things, they get their degrees while they're married. So I want you to understand, for you, it's very important to get married, because only then you fulfill your gender role as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, as a lady, as a lover, as a muse for your man. What's the point to sit in a luxury house, be super successful, be incredibly beautiful, and have no man to kiss your hand, to kiss your feet, to hold you, to kiss your body? What is the purpose? I will exchange in one go. Take it everything, just give me my man, my marriage. He'll give me everything anyway. I don't need to worry about material things. He will take care of me. I'm good. For you to fulfill your gender roles and actually tap into reality of your gender roles, you need an opposite gender. People say, no, you don't necessarily need to get married. If you're healthy, traditional, feminine, nothing wrong with you, you have to get married. Because you are a high species, you have to reprocreate. You are beautiful. Imagine what kind of family you will have. Now, I'm not making you to get married if you're not ready. If you're 17, you're not ready, you don't need to get married. But if you're 35 and you're still thinking, what else shall I do before I get married? You're okay. You're already perfect. You can get married. Even if you're 25 as a woman, you're ready for marriage. You're ready to have kids. You don't need another degree. You don't need to have a career. You don't need to buy a house on your own. You are ready to get married. I'm just opening your eyes. I wish when I was like 17, 18, someone will sit and tell me these things, that I allow you to get married. You're ready. I wish someone will teach me this. So I'm becoming your mother. I'm becoming your auntie. I'm becoming your friend. I'm becoming your sister. And I'm telling you that you're allowed to get married. You're already done. You're already perfect. Number 4, what I want to discuss is that only by getting married, we actually reach the purpose of who we are as a gender, as a female gender, or if you're a man, as a man, male gender. You have to understand that because men and women are created for each other, physically, emotionally, we suffer deeply when we are single and alone. Of course, I tell you that if you're alone right now, if you're single, don't, think bad thoughts. Enjoy your singlehood. It's just a season. Work on yourself, take care of yourself, take care of your body, go to the nice restaurants, take yourself for the dinner. Absolutely. But in general, I will tell you that singlehood is a season. It's not a lifestyle. You're not supposed to be alone. You're not supposed to sit at home alone and just be on social media and learn life from social media pictures. You are not supposed to be alone. You are not supposed to be single. If you're 25, 35, 45, you are already developed human being. You are not supposed to be lonely, sitting and waiting and crying and trying to do everything on your own. Of course, you're complete as a person. You are complete. But you need opposite gender. They're created for you. Men and women are created, designed for each other. You will never feel true joy if you are not complete with another person. They say, yes, you're complete on your own. Really? I don't see really confirmation where it says like that. Yes, individually, I am complete. I have my two hands, I have my head, I have my heart. I am complete, I'm whole. But I do need a man. And exactly because I'm whole, because exactly I am complete, I need that second person so I can reach the culmination of my completion. Men and women, when they come together, even when they make love, even when they create kids, even when they create family, it's like astronomical change happens. Look at women who are happily married. They are glowing. Look at men who are happily married. They are so successful. They're becoming more successful. So for you to be delusional and say, I don't need a man or I don't need a woman, I'm okay alone, it's okay to be single, I'm going to make my career, I'm telling you, you are very negatively delusional. And you are actually mistaken. You are not supposed to be alone. You're not supposed to be on your own all the time. You are designed for a relationship. You are designed for a touch. You are designed for a hug. You are designed to be made love for. You are designed for relationship with opposite gender. So stop fooling yourself and saying, it's okay to be alone. I'm going to rent alone. I'm going to live alone. I'm going to take myself on a date alone. I rebuke that. God bless me and bless all these people who are listening to me right now. Just supernaturally come and heal their hearts who are delusional, who are hurting themselves, who think that it's okay to be alone all your life. Who are thinking that it's okay to not get married. It's okay who think that it's okay to not have kids. Please, God, remove this evil spirit and heal us and give us peace so we can fulfill your original design. Now, you can do whatever you want, but you will never, ever be able to fully feel complete and whole and happy. You can name any words that you want if you are not getting married with a correct person, of course, amazing person, healthy person, loving person. Imagine what kind of joy is going to enter your life. You have no idea. And number 5, what I want to tell you, before I go, number 5, I want to tell you that biggest problems for men and women that they're having physically and mentally, it's because they are not in a healthy marriage. Now, there are a lot of marriages that are abusive and unhealthy, but we're not talking about it. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this is for healthy people who want to get married. Well, mentally and physically healthy. So abusive relationship, it's not healthy. So we're not discussing them. They're out of the window from this conversation. But I want to tell you that actually a woman, her body is suffering without a man. And men without a woman is suffering deeply. We need each other. Physically, we need each other. When we kiss each other, our hormonal system relaxes. When a man is kissing a woman, if they're not intimate with each other, her hormonal system is so relaxed that she's getting better skin and less wrinkles. Did you know that? So there is a purpose for a kiss, because while you're kissing, there are multiple muscles that are getting involved, and that is actually creating youth. When men and women are intimate with each other and they love each other, they're committed, they know each other, for example, a husband and a wife, they're actually becoming physically more healthy, younger. They're living longer, and it is reducing their stress, because when they're getting that out of their system, the stress goes down, the cortisol goes down, all the negative emotions goes down. They feel the release of, okay, I don't need to worry about it anymore, because they're loved. Physical intimacy is very important for a person's health. So if you say, I don't want to get married, it means then you don't need to do physical intimacy. But you are designed to have physical intimacy. When Adam and Eve met, they didn't really go on a date, if you think about it. They got married and they had a physical intimacy. Throughout the whole biblical, if you see Old Testament, you know when a man and a woman were married, when they had physical intimacy. So my question is, how many times you have been married and you're not aware of? So this is very important for our physical health, for our gender roles to be fulfilled, and also mental health. If I have a man who is solving my problems, who is helping me, who is listening to me, who is supporting me, my mental health is going to be healthier than when I'm alone, when I need to fight with the whole world alone. I don't want to fight with the whole world alone. I'm a woman. I need a man. I need a man who supports me, who helps me, who takes care of me, who cherishes me, who solves my problem. I need my superhero. I need a man. The same way men need us, they need our support. Just a small, a short, little touch is calming the man's nervous system. We're supporting them emotionally and they're becoming more successful. So for you to understand why you actually need to get married, why it's normal to get married and allow yourself to get married, is because it's good for your health. Physically, it's good for you. Emotionally, it's good for you. And the last point what I want to discuss in here, that be careful of the social conditioning and realize that there is social wound and the healing that needs to be done. Now the society is saying you don't need anyone, which is false. We are creating to be in community. We are creating to generate family legacy. This is our design. You can say that the fish has to fly. Fish is never going to fly. So by you saying that I'm going to chase career, I'm going to be alone, I'm just going to be educated and be on my own and do social media vlogs, you are very, 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 very unhealthy. And you need healing. But I am not blaming anyone. It's the social media. It's showing, look at the social media. It's very individualistic. It's like just me, individual, just me, my picture, my profile, my. We're so focused on ourselves that we have completely forgotten our roles. We are completely forgotten about other person, other gender. We completely forgotten about the value of a man or a value of a woman if you're a man. So I want you to realize that there is a social conditioning that you're actually swallowing without you realizing. It's like I give you a tablet and I say, oh, this is very, very good for you. And you just swallow. Now my question is, why you don't ask me what I'm giving you? Why you don't ask what is the ingredients in there? What is this for? What is that going to do? What is the side effect? I will tell you the side effect of the social conditioning. Side effect, you end up alone, lonely, miserable, unhealthy, sick. Sounds good to you? But this is what you're signing, and you're signing this contract with a big smile on your face. Then opening your account, and then endlessly dating online, endlessly being alone, building career, paying for yourself, and agreeing for breadcrumbs and having some fun, some intimacy there and there. Okay, well, some food there, maybe one bag. You deserve way more. You're worthy of so much more. You're worthy to come home and say, honey, I'm home. And you see your kids are running to your feet and they're grabbing you. You can see your husband or your wife, they're coming to kiss you, and you close your eyes, you immerse in that kiss because it's so special. You have home where you come to. So is it important for us to get married? Absolutely. Definitely. Exactly. It's necessary. Do I need to get married? You must. Do I need to choose to be alone or get married? Absolutely, you need to get married. You deserve to get married. You're worthy of marriage. So stop allowing social conditioning to lie to you that marriage is not important, that family is not important, that having kids is not important. Those are the most valuable, beautiful things. And rebuke everything and everyone who says these things to you and say, no, I choose marriage. I choose to get married. I am marriage material. And start working yourself towards that. You will notice it will come to you. Now let's summarize one more time. Number one, what I want you to understand that actually you have to realize and understand that to get married, you have to be healthy. Physically and emotionally, you need to be healthy in order for you to get married. Number two, we discussed that it's very important to realize the original design, that men and women are created to marry each other and to actually build families and have legacies. Number three, we discussed that when you get married, why it's important to get married is because that's the only time when you can actually be and have your gender roles. You can experience your gender roles and you can be 100% woman, 100% man when you come together and fulfill each other deeply in marriage. Number four, we discussed that when you get married, you actually reach your gender purpose, like a potential. You reach it. When you have kids, you reach your potential. Kids are natural, graduation of a marriage. But the most important aspect in here was that it's actually influencing your health physically and emotionally. That's why we need each other. And number five, we discussed that actually ignore and realize social conditioning, that they're lying to you that it's okay to be single and alone. They're lying to you that it's okay to be always on your own and lonely. It's actually pure lie. You're designed for marriage. Allow yourself to get married and see how the whole life will change. You deserve marriage. Not only deserve, you are worthy of marriage. I always say these words and I show you there's a big difference. When you say I deserve, it's like I have to beg. But when you say I'm worthy of marriage, I'm created for marriage, of course marriage gets to come to me. I am part of this whole humanity that is designed for marriage. Therefore, I allow it to myself. I permit that to myself. And I let myself to successfully, happily get married. Now you're ready. I want you to breathe easy. Be happy that marriage is good. Marriage is good for you, for a man. If you're a man, for a woman, marriage is good. Tell that marriage is good. Marriage, in fact, is very good. And I am getting married very soon. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you to get married successfully and happily. Realize that you are allowed and permit that yourself. And of course, let me remind you, smile today, get excited, get married soon, enjoy your life.